James Twin for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game is missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, man. So listen, you guys know I'm a Pro Box TV advocate. I've been following Pro Box since literally the first card. I went to the first ever Pro Box card. I'm cool with a lot of the staff there. So shout out to Daniel Rubin, who's a viewer of the channel. Shout out to Chris Glover. Shout out to Gary Jonas. Shout out to the whole Pro Box TV. Paulie, definitely Chris. Chris is a friend of the program. I like Chris Algieri. I've been knowing Chris for years. But like Pro Box, they just keep upping the quality of matchups. And they're branching out. They're not just in Plant City, Florida no more. They got a really dynamite card on March 8th. It's such a great card that I'm actually going to do separate videos about multiple fights on the card. That's how good it is. And the main event is a really interesting fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's a true 50-50 fight, and it just happens to be in my favorite weight class to talk about right now, which is the featherweight division. You know, 2024 was the year of the featherweight division. It looks like 2025 is going to be the year of the featherweight division. It might just be the era of the featherweight division, because that's how fun and exciting and loaded and deep this weight class is. So in this fight on March 8th, your main event, and it'll be out there in Thunder Studios in Long Beach, California. I'm back in Vegas now, so maybe I'm going to try to go to this fight. I like this card a lot. You're going to have Joet Gonzalez, the former multiple-time world title challenger. He'll be taking on Arnold Khegai, a fighter who has been in the rankings for a long time, has had a hard time securing those meaningful fights. He hasn't really been in any meaningful fights in his career except the Stephen Fulton fight. But it's a chance for him to be in a meaningful fight and get even more meaningful fights, provided that he should be victorious. So let's break this fight down and give some of our preliminary thoughts on it. So Joet Gonzalez, we'll start with him. This is a fighter that in his last fight, this will be his first fight since the Venado Lopez fight, which, just full disclaimer, when Leo was getting ready to fight Venado in the world title fight, and we were studying Venado Lopez, the fight that I watched the most. I've watched like 50 times, and I got tired of it. I watched it so many times that I literally wanted to bang my head on the table and blow my brains out. It was that much. I watched the fight on slow motion. He fought a lot better in that fight than the scorecards indicated, because there was a 110 and 118 scorecard, and there was a 111 and 117 scorecard. I thought it was a close fight than that. And I think, Joet does some good things. He's a disciplined fighter. He's a workmanlike fighter. I think his IQ isn't the highest, and I do think sometimes he has these lapses and he lets the fights pass him by. And that's why I think he lost Venado, right? But the Khegai fight's interesting because Khegai is a fighter that I wouldn't classify him and say he's a high-volume fighter, but Khegai is a fighter that very much loves to utilize his physical strength. And he is a fighter that I do believe Joet Gonzalez can outwork to a decision, because he's going to rely on his physical strength and hope that Joet wears down and maybe get a stoppage later on. He got heavy hands, but he's probably the most beatable fighter Joet has fought in a long time. Because I think Venado, he was the underdog. Enrique Vivas, that was a tough fight, but he was like favorite in that fight. Dogbe, kind of on the level, split decision loss. Probably should have won that fight. I just think this is one of the most winnable fights in his career, and a win here might actually get Joet Gonzalez a fourth world title shot, which would be crazy. Khegai, when he lost to Stephen Fulton showed the blueprint on how to beat him. You got to be able to box him. You got to be able to outbox Khegai. And that's not really Joet's style. So I think their styles are going to mesh very well, and I think this will wind up being a really good fight in the featherweight division. Khegai has had a chance to Khegai actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Khegai he was supposed to fight in an eliminator against I'm gonna say I can't remember if it was Kameda or the South African Leorato Diamani, but I know his manager pulled him out of the eliminator because Top Rank won the purse bid. I think Top Rank won the purse bid, and the bid was too low, and he felt like his fighter was getting screwed and shafted. So this is a big fight for him, because if he wins this fight, maybe he winds up being a fighter. Maybe Khegai or Joet winds up being a fighter that could maybe be picked for voluntary defense against, let's say, like maybe an Angelo Leo or one of the other champions. They're both highly ranked. As it stands right now, for those of you who want to know, if you just go look at the featherweight rankings, if you take a quick peek at the featherweight rankings, as it stands right now at this moment in time, at the time you shooting this video, you know, Arnold Khegai is the number 2 ranked WBO contender. So Arnold Khegai wins this fight and Bruce Carrington wins his next fight. Those two could fight in an eliminator, or if Espinosa decides to vacate, which he said he's not going to, but if he did, that fight could be for a vacant title. So that's one scenario if Khegai wins. Khegai is also ranked number 12 in the IBF, so you know this would bump his ranking up for Angel Leo fight if that's a fight that Top Rank wants to do. And yeah, like those are the most likely fights: WBO, IBF, if he's gonna get a title shot. But Joet's not ranked right now. He beats Khegai. I think at this point it would be the biggest win of his career, and it would get him right back in the mix for a 4th world title shot. And world title shots aside, all that aside, I just think style-wise, it's a really good fight because, like, both fighters are gonna be game and come in the middle of the ring. It's gonna be a fight that I think will be fought primarily in the middle of the ring. I don't think Khegai is gonna get on his back foot and box. I don't think Joet's gonna get on his back foot and box. It's just gonna be about, can Joet outwork Khegai, or can Khegai and his physical strength overwhelm Joet enough to outwork him and beat him and maybe hurt him. So I think that's the fight within the fight when I really look at it and break it down. But yeah, good fight, man. Really good fight. Looking forward to it. It's a pick'em fight. If I gotta pick the fight, I mean, neither one of these guys are the brightest crayon in the Crayola box as far as their boxing IQ is concerned. These guys don't win fights because of their boxing IQ. I would very slightly lean towards Joet in this fight. I think Joet can definitely outwork Khegai, but it's a good fight. It's a good fight. I can see it going either way. So you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it pans out, and I'll definitely be covering it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you could love me or you could hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.